last thing God will do is to interrogate a valueless man in heaven. Because he's a valueless man. He's somebody who is keeping Satan. Now, somebody. How can God bringing a valueless man into heaven to liquidate the kingdom? How can you bring a valueless man to a golden city? It's not possible. And then sometimes when you say something, some people get angry, some people get angry. All those 5,000 people that were with Jesus in the wilderness there, did you hear their name? But there is a Joseph of Arimathea that gave him grave. The Bible called him the rich man of Arimathea. And why will his name? Why will he give grave and his name will not appear in the Bible? Now some people are thinking about ordinary following. Don't do ordinary following, you know. Nothing is called ordinary following of the Lord. I said nothing is called ordinary following. I know I'm following ordinary following. Nothing is called ordinary following. You follow with your value. That's why all that we are introduced, whether it is Peter, introduced by revelation, or Magdalene, introduced by oil, or Arimathea, introduced by grave. Something had to introduce a man. Or Peter, or Apostle Paul, introduced by intelligence. When in 17 of Exodus, when there was war against Amalek, when you see separation, Aaron, Moses in the mountain, Joshua, go and choose men. And what is their name? Choose just men. Is anybody's name men? You see, because men deny God through valuelessness. It's not possible to say that you are with God, that God is with you when you are valueless. It's not possible. That is falsehood. That is scamming. Somebody. When you say God is with you, when I ask you evidence, you get angry. That is coming. I said, I know how long I've stayed in Lagos. I said, stay in Lagos, I've been doing what? Moving up and down. He said, I was there when Lagos Army was still a prayer house. Well, maybe you have a place like Matthias. I know when Shepherd was still called Brother Chris. It was even not that I called him Brother Chris. So get behind me, Satan. People establish their followership through their value. Value is not something that anybody should trifle with. It is everything to God, here on earth and everywhere in heaven. Anywhere the spirits gather, they gather from relevance. That is why the three arch, when you see the three archangels, they were separated by definition of job. Michael had to be a chief fighter, Gabriel had to be chief of information revelation, and then Lucifer that was fallen had to be considered name. Now to rate yourself, I'm going to what I call introducing Christ to the earth is the greatest achievement of all time. They are introducing Christ to the earth. Christ to the earth is the greatest achievement of all time. What made Jesus the greatest man that ever lived on earth is the gift Jesus gave to the world. I said, what made Jesus the greatest man that ever lived on earth is that is giving the world Christ. I say it's giving the world Christ, which is the greatest gift that the earth has. The greatest gift that the earth has is Christ. And the person that gave the earth Christ is Jesus. Now that makes Jesus the most important man, and that is the greatest achievement. Now let me ask you a question. Your spirituality, high spirituality and devotion, should show in achievement. It has to show there. It should show there. All my life as a preacher, I've always believed in allowing achievement to speak for you. If you are of great value, what you are keeping on earth should show us that.